taking you directly to Mombasa, where we bring in our reporter Fred Kai, who will be telling us what is happening where he is. Thank you so much for joining us, Fred. What is happening in Mombasa today?
Good morning to you, Sam and Shiksha in studio. Today tuko katika maeneo ya Pride Inn, ambapo tunaweza kuona kwamba matukio ambayo tunaweza kufuatilia leo, mojawapo ikiwa basi Pride Inn Hotel inaweza kuwa awarded a 5-star hotel, na itakumbukwa kwamba hii ndio itakuwa hotel ya kwanza kaunti ya Mombasa kuweza kupewa hadhi hiyo ya nyota 5 katika kaunti hii ya Mombasa. Na vile vile kuna matukio mengine ambayo tunaweza kupata kule katika kaunti jirani ya Kwale, ambapo tunaweza kuona kwamba County Public Accounts and Investment Committee itaweza kumgrill gavana wa Kwale Salim Vuria kuhusu ile bajeti basi ya mwaka jana, mwaka juzi 2017-2018, vipi iliweza kutumika pesa ile na masuala kadha wa kadha ambayo yaliweza kutokea katika auditing queries. Na vile vile pia tuko na issue nyingine ambayo tunaweza kufuatilia, ikiwa kwamba jumuiya Common Front for Development, hiki ni chama basi cha vijana ambacho wanaweza kuchampions issue husika za blue economy, na vijana ambao wameweza kujitolea fika kwamba kuweza kuona kwamba watatoa malalamishi yao kwa president kuhusu ni vipi basi blue economy itaweza kufikia kwa vijana, vile vile kuweza kuona kwamba basi vijana wanapata kazi, wanapata kuajiriwa na pia kuweza kuinua kiuchumi wao. Na ya mwisho basi tukiona kwamba pale kesho ASK show itaweza kufunguliwa rasmi, na kuona kwamba kuweza kuleta pamoja na makundi mbalimbali ya vijana ya wazee, ili kuweza kushowcase yale mambo ambayo yako nayo, hususan kuhusu swala zima hili la kilimo na biashara. Na tumeweza kuona kwamba basi vijana wengi ama watu wengi basi wataweza kufika katika maeneo yale, na tutaweza tukitoka katika maeneo haya tutaweza kufika maeneo yale ili kuweza kumjuza Mkenya ni yapi atajiri kuanzia kesho hadi pale tarehe 8. Kutoka hapa, hayo ndo matukio ambayo tutaweza kufuatilia na tutaweza kuwajuza wa Kenya ni yapi atajiri kutoka kaunti hii 001. Kwako studio.
Thank you so much, Fred Kai, for that. But just a quick question to you. Preparations for the ASK show that will be opened tomorrow, how are they so far?
Ni kwamba sasa mambo ni shwari, maana tumeweza kuona kwamba officials walikuwa wanatarajia kupata kama exhibitors kama 260, na tayari kufikia pale juzi basi tuliweza kuona kwamba zaidi ya exhibitors 200 walikuwa tayari washaweza kuonyesha kwamba nia na madhumuni ya kuweza kuwa katika ASK show ya mwaka huu. Na vile vile basi tumeweza kuona kwamba mwaka huu itakuwa tofauti na miaka mingine yote, kwa sababu kwa sasa tutaweza kuona kwamba wa Kenya wataweza kujumuika, hususan wataweza kuangazia swala zima hili la blue economy katika maeneo yale. Na tunaweza kuambia kwamba kuna wavuvi watakuwa pale waweza kuleta samaki wale wazima, vile vile wataleta samaki wale ambao tayari washawavua na kuweza kutengeneza vyakula mbalimbali ili kuweza kushowcase talanta zao za uvuvi baharini, na vile vile pia kuweza kuinua hususan swala zima hili la blue economy. Sam.
Thank you so much, Fred Kai, for that update. Live from Mombasa, the ASK show, the Mombasa edition, will be officially opened tomorrow. And as you've heard, issues to do with the blue economy will take center stage during this particular period. It's an exciting time, Shiksha. The shows are back with us, starting with Mombasa tomorrow. Then come next month, we'll have the Nairobi edition. I mean, it's quite a great time, a great season.
Looking forward to it for sure.
Me too.
It's always interesting to go and see what they have for us. Of course, it is a very exciting time, as you've said. So definitely looking forward to the Nairobi edition next month.
That's true.
All right, for now, we're going to be taking you through the top stories. And of course, with our respective reporters in our different counties. Well, right now, we've got Wahu Ngugi, who is on standby in Nyeri. And of course, she's going to be telling us what we are going to be expecting from where she is in Nyeri, what will be shaping the conversation today in Nyeri, and of course what to expect with regard to the news diary of the day. Now remember, yesterday was back to school, the rush continues, and today Students are officially back in school, so we'll be finding out more details regarding how it was this morning. Was the traffic chaotic on the roads, and what exactly is going to be happening apart from that, aside from education matters, from back to school, the other stories that we will be covering throughout the day. For now, let's take you to Wahungugi, who is in Nyeri, and she will be giving us the latest on what to expect where she is in Nyeri County. She's going to be giving us the agenda for the day, and of course we're going to be getting her on this screen any second from now, as she will be giving us the latest regarding Nyeri County and what is making news there from Nyeri County. Good morning, Wahungugi. What do we expect from where you are?
Well, good morning, Shiksha, and very much okay. And today we don't have much, but actually what is Kafirene showground, so the preparations are ongoing. And bearing in mind over the weekend, Shiksha, would I call it snow? But yeah, it fell there, and actually there was a massive destruction on the crops that are being prepared on the ahead of the show, on which will be starting from 11th to 14th. Again, it's back to school, and students are all over in Nyeri County. But actually, Shiksha, primary school in Majengo, Nyeri, known by the name Nyakenywa Primary School, has been was actually brought up by the former MP Nyeri County, and Nyeri Town, sorry, not Nyeri County, Nyeri Town, and it spent for around 15 million. But actually, Shiksha, up until now, that school, I understand that they don't have desks. So that are some of the things that are happening in Nyeri County, and some of the things that I'll be looking into today. So Shiksha, until in some few minutes, I'll be catching up with you. So I take it back to you for now, Shiksha.
That update, of course, just yesterday we saw that there was a school in Nyali which didn't have tables, and of course which didn't have shelter as well. Now this is something that I think is a challenge that most schools are facing, Wahu. So how exactly is the government or the county government going to try and deal with this situation at hand?
Well, apparently that's a very good question, Shiksha, and that's the reason as to why I'll go to that school today, and then later I'll go to the county government. I'll try to get to listening to what the CEC of Education will say, because actually this is the department that is so much into education. And bearing in mind that this school spent at around 15 million to be constructed, Gorofa, Mawe, and all that stuff, but it haina desk. So that's one of the things that the CEC Education, who I know will talk to me, will answer to me. So Shiksha, if I answered your question.
Wahu, of course, you definitely have answered that question, and looking forward to hearing what the CEC of Education is going to say regarding this situation. Now, it is back to school, and we've seen there is a bit of a challenge that's being faced by some schools in different parts of the country when it comes to furniture, when it comes to, you know, how they facilitate their classes, and that's something that we will definitely be dealing with. Indeed, Samuel.
That's very true. Something that we will be dealing with right here on the show. And of course, you can expect the county government to say that education is not a fully devolved function,
Indeed,
save for the ECD part. But we'll see what comes forth in terms of a response from those particular areas. But for now, we've got Kegoto, who is joining us live from Nakuru with an update from that region. Kegoto, thank you so much for joining us. What is happening where you are?
Good morning, Sam. Njoroge. Indeed, we are coming to you live from the county number 32, that is the Nakuru County, where yesterday we gave a brief of the deaths that happened in Elementaita and also in Hell's Gate Gorges, and we were able to get to know that all the 7 bodies have been retrieved, and parents and also relatives of the deceased have also joined in, and they have started picking the bodies. We also followed up with the Mau evictions, and the regional commissioner said there will be no compensation unless those people are given facilitation to start a new life. He also said that politicians have been told off to keep off the Mau issue because it is an emotive issue and it needs sober thinking. But currently today we are going to have the registration of internship of over 3,000 from all government institutions that is going to happen here in Nakuru, and we will be pitching tent in one of the institutions around here so that we can bring to you the recruitment as it happens, and we maybe interact with those people who need internship in government offices, and they tell us some of their challenges they have been going through in life and what they expect from the government. But currently I am in one of the schools in Baruk Ward in Gilgil constituency in Nakuru County that has seen a lot of beating and also a lot of problems, ranging from their land being grabbed by some individuals and politicians and councils, the former councillors who have sold the land. It was before being sold, the land was 8 acres, and currently the land has been sold off to a minimal size, such that the kids cannot even play. They cannot even have a gate to the school. The school is just an example of its former self, and the iron sheet that are used to fence the school and also to fence some of the classes, or rather to build some of the classes, are torn to a point of those classes are not even worth to be called classes. And now joining me some of the parents who are in this school, their parents in this school, who are going to tell us exactly what they go through. Unaweza kuniambia jina lako na pengine shule hii imekuwa na shida ipi?
Thank you so much, K24. My name is Edward Waithaka. I'm a resident of Baruk. Baruk is in Nakuru County, Gilgil constituency, and we are in Baruk Eburu Ward, the largest ward in Nakuru County with an area of 621 kilometers square. Came to this place as early as 2000. I am a pastor in this area. I do a lot with the community. I learn a program called VBS, Vocational Bible School, so I interact with the kids from 4 years all the way to 35. And their parents as well. Now, the Arora Primary School, where we are right now, is an annex school from a school called Njoroge Primary School, which got an influx of pupils following post-election violence of 1992 and overwhelmingly 2007. So this school was founded on 2007 July, and the classes that you can see over here that are of iron sheets were made or were constructed as a result of the influx of many peoples who came and settled in this area, an area we call Njoroge and Kerema, who were IDPs. And these classes have been here for about 13 years now. This is a place that we experience some tropical winds, very strong winds, and one time we had these roofs carried by weeds. As you can see, the condition of the classes, they are dilapidated and they are not conducive for learning. Our appeal to the government, especially now that you're talking about CBC, is that we may need good infrastructures to be able to learn this in our place.
Maybe you have talked about this area, this school being like this for 13 years. Have you ever engaged any leadership?
Yeah, we have engaged leadership, and we want to really thank the national government through the constituency. As you can see over here, we have a few classes that have been done by CDF and other well-wishers like Build Africa. And we hear that we had a class that was assigned for this school from the county government, the ECD, in the first 5 years of devolution. The truth be said, if you come on the ground, there's no such a class. And our appeal to the county government is we need a class for ECD, given that one of the classes that is of these old iron sheets is where our small babies of ECD are learning. Amazingly, you find that in that old buildings, we have a clustered class of class 4 pupils, and class 5. At the moment, we have a proposal to our Honorable Member of Parliament for 4 classes. And our appeal to our Mheshimiwa is to expedite this so that we can be able to get the classes.
Let's get the bigger picture. Who sold the school's land?
I wouldn't say about selling, but I would point out that this school is surrounded by plots that are for the county council. And as you understand, that most of these plots do not have a title deed. The school title deed reads 8 acres. And during those times when we had councillors and so forth, most of the plots were sold. And the people who bought originally, when they knew that they have enclosed the school, sold to other people.
That is the sorry state of matters in this school, and we are urging even the Ministry of Education to come into play so that they can be able maybe to sort the mess that has been created by the former leadership. It is a matter of just what we call sorry state. 56 years down the line, we have such classes that can be called classes for our young kids who are still in school. My name is K24. I will be following up to this story with the Minister of Education and also the District Education Officer so that we can be able to see if a solution can be reached. From Nakuru County, I take you back to Sam Njoroge.
Thank you so much, Kigoto, for that update live from Nakuru. It's not a bias. It's simply informed by where we are right now as a nation. The news diary across media houses in the country must be informed by the fact that it's third term and it's back to school, and a critical question on infrastructure even as we get into the third term, because this is basically the preamble to the first term, which happens next year, at the beginning of next year.
Right.
So we will see the quality of response that government does or gives to these particular stories that we are briefing you on right about now.
Well, for now, we're going to be taking you to Eldoret, where we have our reporter Timothy Simwa on standby. And of course, he will be giving us the latest as per what is happening where he is in Eldoret. Good morning to you, Timothy. What do we expect from Eldoret town today?
Well, good morning to you, Shiksha and Sam. What's happening today in Eldoret, of course, the major issue that people will be looking at is that just last month, the Third Way Alliance leader, that is Kuro Court, presented his Punguza Mizigo bill to the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu. And of course, it's important to note that during the presentation, the reception would turn out to be very receptive from the part of the county members assembly. Of course, those ones we did have to talk to Shiksha, who are very positive about the bill. Most of them did say that this bill was going at least to fix some of the problems that Kenyans are facing at the moment. Of course, thereafter, Shiksha, it was agreed that on 27th of the month that just ended, it was set aside as a day for public engagement. A committee was selected from the county assembly to go and meet members of the public so that they can also give their input into the bill, and of course the presentation happened. So today, Shiksha, I just want to let you know that the County Assembly for Uasin Gishu will be officially adopting the Punguza Mizigo bill. At least it has, the County Assembly has 30 elected MCAs, and all of them unanimously did actually pass the Punguza Mizigo bill, saying that they will be supporting it 100%. And maybe just to let you know, Shiksha, that the county's top leadership, that is Governor Jackson Mandago, has pronounced himself about the issue of referendum. And in one of the events within Uasin Gishu, the governor did say that he was neither supporting Punguza Mizigo bill or even the yet to be presented the BBI initiative. Of course, his comments stemming from the grandstanding about the county revenue allocation bill, saying that the governors were even mooting the idea of having their own referendum, a referendum that of course will settle problems that they are saying that are facing the issue of devolution. So from the part of the governor, he has been kind of ambivalent, but we'll be waiting to see whether he will eventually capitulate and support either the Punguza Mizigo bill, as members of the county assembly have done, or he will be in for the BBI. Of course, from a section of the area, some of the MPs MPs withdrawn from this region. That is Kapsaret MP Oscar Sudi has been supporting the same bill. So we'll be waiting to see what other MPs will have to say, that those who have kept quiet until this moment. At least for now, all we know is that the County Assembly has officially said it is going to support that bill fully. And today in the afternoon, the County Speaker will be leading a special sitting at the County Assembly's buildings just to officially adopt this particular bill. And going forward, we'll be waiting to see also if they'll be going out to, campaign for it and encourage members of the public to support the Punguza Mizigo bill. Back to you, Shiksha.
Thank you very much, Timothy Simwa from Eldoret, of course, giving us a major breakthrough that, we've not really had more information about, but we're glad that you've given us that comprehensive report where he's said that Third Way Alliance's Punguza Mizigo bill is definitely something that's going to be implemented in full swing. It is accepted by the members of the adopted by the members of the County Assembly. And of course, that is something that we will be seeing in the future, in the next few days. A conversation will definitely be coming up regarding that particular story.
The Deputy President's backyard
indeed
bears the county that has adopted this particular bill, the first county to actually do that. And remember, Punguza Mzigo now heads to Turkana County today, where a Kuro court will be tabling this particular bill before the County Assembly of Turkana. But right about now, we need to cross over to Muranga County, and here is Alfred, who joins us live from that end to tell us what is happening. For Alfred, where you are.
Na asante sana Samuel Njoroge na kupokea kutoka upande huu wa Muranga. Hii nimesoma kwa barabara kutoka Muranga kuelekea upande wa Kenol. Na hapa hivi leo kama unavyoona kwenye barabara hii kuna shughuli mingi zinazoendelea. Hii ni siku ya kurejelea shuleni, wanafunzi wanaenda shuleni. Na hii leo watoto wako huko barabarani wakielekea shuleni, na bado shughuli kama unavyoona, hali ya anga katika eneo hili ni tulivu kabisa, inawapa watu wa eneo hili nafasi ya kufanya kazi yao vilivyo. Na hivi leo nimeweza kutana na waendeshaji bodaboda katika maeneo hili ambao wanapeana malalamishi yao kwamba baada ya kulipa malipo ya bima kutoka kampuni zao, kampuni hizi za bima zinaendelea kuwaangusha tu baada ya kufanya labda ajali ama kuibiwa pikipiki zao, haziwezi kuwalipa ifaavyo ama kama walivyokubaliana. Na hivi leo nimeweza kuungana na mwendeshaji pikipiki mmoja, aweza kutueleza malalamishi yake, aweza kutuambia jinsi ambavyo angependekeza katika kampuni hizi za bima na mambo ambayo angependa. Naam, karibu sana.
Kwa majina naitwa Misha Kimongi, mimi ni chairman hapa kwa Tasaparai kwa bodaboda. Ile kitu nataka kuongea kuhusu bodaboda ni juu ya insurance. Insurance sisi huwa tunalipa insurance kawaida. Kama mwaka ikiisha unalipa insurance. Lakini kwa ile mashida tunapitia, ukipata shida hakuna mtu anakuja nyuma yako kukusaidia vile utapata, ama ulipe motorbike yako, ama kama umegojeka vile utalipwa. Hiyo ingine inaweza ongea juu ya insurance, inaweza ongea juu ya polisi. Iko 218 naye Jea Kagima kila Friday huwa inashika motorbike. Tunauliza motorbike hata kama haina insurance na imewekwa kado, iko nini shida gani iliyoshikwa iko kwa barabara, iko kwa kado ya barabara. Iko polisi anaitwa Waweru huwa anaichukua motorbike. Nataka kuuliza boda OCS, ndio kila Friday ni motorbike gapi huwa analetoa huko kwa police station? Lakini ile kitu nataka kuongea kama kuhusu traffic ni namba moja. Au huwa anatufundisha vile tutakuwa tukiendesha motorbike kwa barabara. Ukiwa na shida na kuonyesha vile utakuwa ukiendesha motorbike kwa barabara. Ukiwa huna insurance na kuambia ukata insurance ndio uweze kupata shida vile itakusaidia. Haya, kwa hiyo bodaboda vile tunaenda kwa barabara huwa wanatusaidia sana. Hii kitu kingine ya 218 hiyo ndio mimi nasema sana juu wakati wanaenda baada ya Kagema huwa wanachukua motorbike, na wakichukua motorbike hiyo motorbike hailetwi hapa. Hiyo wanamalizania huko, unasikia namekuliwa 1,000, 2,000. Tunauliza serikali itatusaidia na njia gani kwa pande ya insurance na pande ya polisi? Huyo kama ni yao polisi, kama wanataka kuwa traffic wapeleke kwa traffic, kama wanataka kuwa kupandia kwa pande waache kuharibia traffic kasi yao. Juu kama ni wakora ni wengi, hatuwaoni wakienda kutafuta wakora, lakini pale watapata kitu. Kama ni padi ya bodaboda ndio rahisi ya kupatikana kitu ya kukula. Hiyo ndio wanafuata sana, wanafuatilia sana. Kwa hivyo ningeomba kwa serikali ya Uhuru itusaidie padi ya insurance na padi ya huyo polisi. Kama anataka kutengeneza mambo ya bodaboda, peleko hapa Kelogoya. Akinyorosa Kelogoya, sisi tutakuwa namba moja kuwa tutafanya nini. Hapa nimemaliza.
Naam, asante sana Samuel Njoroge. Kama umesikia, hao ni malalamishi ya mwendeshaji pikipiki katika eneo hili. Na hivi leo baadaye tunaanza kwenda upande wa Kangema. Kama unavyojua ni kwamba mna mashida ya mipaka katika maeneo bunge haya. Tunaenda kuendelea kufuata mambo haya, tuweze kuletea mambo haya kwa kina. Koko Sam.
Thank you so much, Alfred Maina, for that update from Murang'a County, and we shall keep, our vigil alive in Murang'a to exactly find out what more will be happening from this particular area. Border sector reforms is what is appearing to be shaping the diary from that particular end. And remember, at the beginning of the year, we had Cabinet Secretary Interior, that is Fred Matiang'i, form a task force that was supposed to look into the border sector reforms. And definitely we need to see what has become of this particular initiative this far. Shiksha.
All right, now moving on to our next correspondent, who's going to be giving us details of what is happening in her respective area. And this is Joanne, who is from Nyandarua, and she's going to be giving us the latest from her end. Good morning to you, Joanne. What is happening where you are? I see a lot of activity behind you. Kindly get us up to speed.
Thank you so much, Shiksha. And just to correct you a bit, is that I'm now in Laikipia County in Nyahururu town, and behind me is a group of intellectual challenged people who are expected to flag off to climb Mount Kenya tomorrow. And without wasting time, because these guys, they want to start their activity, allow me to talk to some of their leaders who will tell us more about why they want to climb Mount Kenya tomorrow, and maybe what are their expectations. Kindly tell me your name and why you're planning to climb Mount Kenya tomorrow.
My name is Morris Muthiga, and I work at Lash Kenya with my friend Cloud. Maybe he will have an opportunity to say something after me. We work with adults with intellectual disabilities, and we've been in existence for the last 10 years. This year we have decided to take on a daunting task of going to climb Mount Kenya, with the main aim of raising funds to expand our income generation activities for our members with intellectual disabilities, so that they can have meaningful engagement in their lives. They can have means of living to be able to achieve their dreams.
And maybe what are your expectations after you climb Mount Kenya?
Okay, we have a number of expectations. One, and I think it's important to thank Kenyans who have supported us since we started planning for this climb. A lot of Kenyans have made a lot of contribution, financial contribution, moral support to enable us to embark on this task. After this climb, what we are hoping to do is that we will have raised enough funds to enable us to expand our bakery workshop, so that we can welcome more people with intellectual disabilities to have formal engagement. We also want to expand our farm workshop. We want to do a greenhouse. We want to start a poultry project. We also would like to start a laundry workshop where people with intellectual disabilities will be able to work like any other normal person and earn their living. Another expectation we have out of this activity is that we want to show the world that adults with intellectual disabilities are normal people who deserve what every one of us has had the opportunity to have. They deserve to have work. They deserve to have decent, meaningful engagement. We also want to tell the world that people with disabilities can enjoy the beauty of our country. Our country, Kenya, is beautiful, and Mount Kenya is beautiful, and people come from all over the world to go climb Mount Kenya. We are based in Nyahururu, just 2 hours from Mount Kenya, and some of our members have never been there, and so we thought it would be important to show the world that we all can have an opportunity to enjoy this climb. We are going to have one of our members called Musa, who is on this special wheelchair, and it is going to be the first time in the history of this country that someone on wheelchair is going to climb Mount Kenya. So it's a big thing for us. Yeah, it's a big thing for us.
And maybe what are some of other activities that you'll be doing today, just before you flag off or after you flag off, and before you go to climb Mount Kenya tomorrow?
Okay, before, as I said, we have been in existence for 10 years, and we are based here in Nyahururu. We have 2 homes, one in Asian Quarters is called Efata, one in Kosite is called Betania, and in these homes we welcome adults with intellectual disabilities to live a normal life. So we want to be a sign to many parents out there who have children with intellectual disabilities that if engaged in a way that is conducive, people with intellectual disabilities can live a normal life. We also have occupational therapy workshops here in town, just on your way to the Nyahururu Law Courts. And here we give people with intellectual disability an opportunity to work, to do something with their hands. We discovered that a lot of them just stay at home. Their parents don't know what to do with them. They love them so much, but they are ill-equipped to be able to integrate them in the normal lives of their families.
And maybe how can people who will be willing to help you guys reach you?
Okay, for this particular campaign, we opened an Mchanga account, and a lot of Kenyans have been very supportive. If you are willing to support this cause, you can go to Mchanga account number 891300. You can also go to pay bill number 646457, and the account name is Slash.
Thank you so much, Shiksha, and it's our hope and pray that these guys will be well taken care of by God, and also that they will fulfill their projects that are on table. Back to you, Shiksha. My name is Joanne Kihara.
Thank you very much, Joanne, for that story. That is really one that has made, especially me, feel very empowered and inspired, because it just goes to show that disability is not inability.
Absolutely.
And of course, we'll definitely be giving you more details on that story. And just on a note, now this group rather has actually been preparing a nutritionist. They've also got experienced mountain climbers as well as a veteran marathoner. They've got Kenya Wildlife Service staff and porters at Mount Kenya, among other individuals that have been helping strategize for this historic climb, where we will have someone on a wheelchair climbing a mountain, which is absolutely incredible.
That's true. It's absolutely incredible. You've done it before?
Yes, I have.
Me
but,
too. Me too.
I think this is going to be history for sure.
Yeah. And actually, they have even banners and posters written stretching your limits. So it is quite an